Have you ever had a goal that just seemed so far-fetched that just thinking about it was discouraging? Well, 60 days ago, I set a goal to get a six-figure job in sales tech in high school before I even finished, without a diploma, without a college degree. Okay, and when I thought about that goal, it was mind-blowing. I had no idea I was gonna get there. And if I was to go back in time 2 months ago and told myself that I'd be sitting here right now with two offers, one for 110K and one for 122, 150K, I would have no idea how I did it. Okay, and the method that I used is actually pretty obvious. It's really simple, but I don't hear nearly enough people talk about it. And so I'm gonna break it down to you. I'm gonna break down what I did and the mindset that I had with the five-step strategy to be able to approach. And you'll be able to use this for any sort of goal that you have, just so that you really make sure that you achieve it, so that you can be happy. Okay, so what did I do? Okay, I broke it down into steps. Okay, let's clear it up. Step one. Uh, Identify your goal and where you are right now. Okay, so I didn't have a job, I wanted a job. Okay, and then you need to identify and the stages. What are the stages it's gonna take? I'm gonna need to find a way to get interviews. I'm gonna need to prepare for those interviews, then crush those interviews, do so good, be able to blow them out of the park just because I'm 18, and then and be able to go through there's different interviews, so go through the tasks that they have for me and then eventually negotiate, right? Okay, so that's the first thing. You need to identify the goal, break it down into stages, and then what I want you to do is have a little bit of prep for the first stage and then just go at it. Okay, so I prepared for a little bit. I learned what I needed to do to be able to get interviews, to reach out to people. I practiced cold calls for a little bit to be able to really catch the attention of the hiring managers, and then I did it. I didn't think about it too much, and for me, that was really a big changing point from the way I approach other goals, the way I approach YouTube, where I think about it so much, but I never upload. I mean, look at my channel, man. That's why I got like 30 subscribers. All right, so and don't think about it too much. All right, just dive straight into it. Okay, and then you're able to just execute and see what happens. Okay, was I able to get interviews? A little bit, okay, but not quite enough. So then I needed to prepare more, and then I prepared more, and I got more interviews. Okay, so I cleared that stage, okay, and then what I did next was I had those interviews. So I prepared for those interviews. I prepared quite a lot, and then I had the interviews, and I wasn't working. Okay, so I didn't really think much about the last step, which was getting interviews. I was just practicing interviews. Okay, I already knew how to get interviews. I didn't need to think about it. I just needed to do what worked for me before and then not overthink it and think about the next stage, okay? I was here, I needed to get past it. Okay, so I needed to continue and practice my interviewing. So what I did was, I did what I did before more. I got so many interviews that I didn't even care about, just so that I can become a better interviewee. I hope that's a word. Okay, eventually I was able to crash through the first round consistently. I was able to get through it because the second round is a little different. Okay, once I was able to do that, all I focused on was the next round. Okay, and I guess if you break it down, the stages would be identify the starting point and the goal, break down the stages, and have a little prep, and then execute, and then reevaluate, and never go back if you're able to do it successfully. Okay, I would never go back and revise my resume if I didn't get through an interview, because my resume is not the reason I didn't get through the interview. My resume was good enough to get the interview. Okay, that's the mindset that I want to move on. Okay, to that's the message of today. But now I can promise you that if you follow this and you continue to focus only on what matters when it matters until it doesn't matter anymore, you will be able to eventually reach your goal, because you're just gonna focus on what matters at that point and really focus on it, and don't worry about anything else. Don't worry about the next step, don't worry about the last step. Worry about this one until you pass it, and then you have a new problem. Okay, you will be able to reach your goals. But then the thing that you're missing, right? Like, I had that super high goal. None of it matters if I don't believe in myself, right? I can't do anything. And listen, if you just believe in yourself versus knowing that you're gonna achieve your goals, that's such a big difference. Okay, because when you fully have full belief in the work that you're doing and the goal that you have, you're able to have a different type of work ethic. You're able to have a different type of productivity and effectiveness. You're not going to procrastinate. I mean, when I was working, preparing for my interviews or getting outreach, filling out the applications, I was so locked in because I knew this is what I need to do. So if that sounds interesting and you want to learn how to have such strong belief in yourself that you can just absolutely crush your goals, this video right here is for you.